तस्मै आदाय गौरपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत नमो विष्णु श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत शिव भक्ति वेदांत श्री नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज Aditya Krishna Vishnupad Bhakti Vigyan Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj. My inaugural Dandavat pranams to the lotus feet of Srila Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, whose holy, very auspicious disappearance day is today, and we all assemble here to hear his glories. And to all his prominent associates, Shri Srimad Bhakti Rakshar Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj, and Shri Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, and all other associates. My noble Dandavat pranams to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and to all his associates, and to Shri Shri Radha, Vinod Bihari, and all his associates. My pranams to all senior Vaishnav and Vaishnavis assembled here, and to all devotees and respected guests. We all assembled here today, as we know, celebrating the disappearance day of the founder Acharya of Gaudiya, Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. And they are unlimited glories of the Prabhupada, which we heard from our respected Gurudev. He used to glorify Sri Prabhupada. And of course, I heard from my Guru Maharaj, who was one of the very prominent disciple of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Before I say something, I first like to hear some glories of Srila Prabhupada from my seniors who are present here. So, first of all, I request Sripad Gopal Vrindavan Prabhu. Gopal Prabhu, please. As usual, we all want to hear from you.
The protector of the legacy of his father and Guru, Siksha Guru, Srila Bhaktivinoda. Everything given by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has been transmitted in perfection by his follower, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. This means to us basically that the line of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the stream of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's essence, has been delivered to our Guru Varga, perfect and unchanged. This alone is a huge accomplishment, especially given the world situation at that time with English occupation, and at this time with COVID-19. So at this point, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur delivered that mood, philosophy, in essence.
Hearing someone speaking.
He was the one person who kept the entire library of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, you know, over 100 books written, hundreds of poetries, numerous periodicals and magazines. All of them would have gone out of print if it was not for Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. In other words, we wouldn't have Gaudiya Vaishnavism today without this vital link in our disciplic succession. What to say of that? Our disciplic succession was delivered in what's called Siksha Guru Parampara. It means that it is a succession, in the words of Bhakti-Ratta Sridhar Goswami. It's a succession, not a bindu. It means not a semen, not a family line. It's a succession, not even a mantra, because anyone can repeat a mantra. But it's a succession of message, a succession of conception. And we've inherited that conception, perfect and complete, by the grace of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and our Guru Varga. So in that way, he has protected this line, and our Siksha Parampara has been continued for each of us. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was told by his Guru, numerous things, don't go to Calcutta. Of course, he made a beeline path to Calcutta. He said, I'm not going to Calcutta. I'm going only where we have temples and devotees. So I'm not going to Calcutta. I'm not disobeying the order of my spiritual master. Don't go anywhere where there's no Harikatha. Well, that must mean I have to give Harikatha wherever I go. Then wherever I go, there will always be Harikatha. Don't take any disciples. I've taken no disciples. All my followers are my Guru. In that way, following his Guru, Srila Lord Kishore Das Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur disobeyed nothing. Although to the naked eye, you might say, oh, look what he did. He knows better. Also the idea of Sahajism. This was a very strong point for Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But contrary to what you might think, he said, actually, Sahajism is not such a bad word. We're all Sahajis. For Sahajiya only means what is natural and normal to the heart. Therefore, whenever you talk about people who are taking Vaishnavism cheaply, you have to say not just Sahajiya, but Prakrita Sahajiya. Means they're taking things cheaply in the name of materialism. They're not following the actual principles of Vaishnavism. They're not serious about Vaishnavism, but they want as they say, they want the fruit without climbing the tree. So this idea of Sahajism was very important. And as a matter of fact, he told a story. He was told, in his own words, in 1990, a story by another. This story he called, of course, the monetary exchange has changed over the years, but this story is called For Ana Bhav. It means that you'll get bhav you'll get the moods of bhakti so cheaply, for honor, less than a penny, nothing. So at one time, there were two groups of so-called Vaishnavas. They had been one group, and then they split into two. After having split into two groups, the groups argued back and forth with each other. Who was better? Who would inherit the lineage? Who would spread the message? So one group hired for itself a great Kirtaniya. But this man, Sahaji, he was hired not just to chant, not just to make a show, but he was hired to actually go into Bhav. He was being paid to go into Bhav. So after a while, this man fainted in front of the entire crowd and stayed unconscious for one entire hour. So the other group says, oh, look what's happened. Their man has attracted so many people by his Bhav, unconscious for an hour, and so many villagers come and raise their hands and chant in ecstasy, thinking this is real Krishna consciousness. What we should do is to hire our man. So the second group, who split up from the first, said, yes, we'll hire our man. And we told him, we'll pay him. We'll pay you for honor. Means nothing. In those days, might have been something, but nothing today. Anyway. So this very hot afternoon, and this man chanted up a storm. And finally, when it was time on cue, he thought he started to shake and he fell over, fainting. Then, at that point, everyone said, look at our man. He fainted better than their man. He's going through more ecstatic symptoms than their man was. But his trance, his Bhav, only lasted for half an hour because it was such a hot, blistering hot day. So after 1/2 hour, he came out of his trance and said, okay, pay me my poor honor. And they said, but you were only in trance for half an hour. They had a man in trance for a full hour. And his response was, what do you want for a 4 ana Bhav? What do you pay me a penny and you expect an hour's trance? You get what you pay for. Take your half hour and be happy. So this is a story in a nutshell of Bhaktita Sahajiyas. And the Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and his great protective tendency, his tendency to protect the legacy of his father and guru, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. This story that he had heard and that he repeated to his disciples, and this mood of protecting our line of teaching was utterly important. When I think of Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta, I think Tatyante Lokatape, Sadhava Vayasoja, Paramaradhanam Tanti, Purushasya Pila. This means, just I think last time when I was speaking right here in this room, I also used the phrase from our Prabhupada. Jiver Dar Daduki Srila Prabhupada. This is our Srila Prabhupada Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, writing about his spiritual master on the disappearance day, this very day, of his guru, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta. And he says, Jiver Dar Daduki Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, I am fading away in misery in your absence. Without you, my life is nothing. Jiver Dar Daduki, because you are the one who, when other living beings suffer, you suffer on their account. To reach them, to help them, to see them suffering is suffering for you. And the other Bhagavatam verse that I mentioned, also means this is a verse that was given when Lord Shiva was drinking the ocean of the poison from the ocean of milk that had been Shiva. And in drinking that, he saved all living beings in the planets and cosmic spheres that were lower than he was. Everyone was saved from that poison, which would have trickled down through the planetary systems otherwise by his drinking the poison. Of course, we know his name is Malinikanta because he has a throat with 3 stripes on it for having ingested that poisonous substance. So when Lord Shiva drank that substance, he was phrased like this, that real devotees, real people with heart, give everything in order to help others become Krishna conscious. So on this day, when we celebrate the passing of someone who was so prominent in that line of succession, we should remember that it's on these dates, on these calendar dates, when special doors open to receive mercy. We can drink in extra special mercy. They're giving their mercy in special doses on this day. So wanting that from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, we should all bow at his lotus feet and pray for that door to be open for each of us. Thank you.
Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So thank you so much, Prabhu, for enlightening us. Explaining Bhakti Vinod Dhara, the Dhara which Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur brought. The Dhara was, the stream was spreaded over by Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Secondly, I request Sripad Mai Bharat Prabhu, please say a few words.
Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. We're offering our respectful obeisances unto our entire Guru Varga and especially to Srila Bhakti Dayaka, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami, Srila Prabhupada. We are especially indebted to him today because he is the foundation of spreading the mission of Krishna consciousness in the 20th century. By his grace, he was ordered in like a spur team. All the Guru Parampara headed by the Panchatattva ordered him to begin preaching. But he said, I have no men, I have no money. They said, everything has been arranged. All we have to start preaching. He performed very specific functions, first by establishing 64 Gaudiya Maths in a miraculous way so that everyone could start taking part. But he also established in his heart that this Krishna consciousness should be spread outside of India, outside of Bharatvarsha. And therefore he spent many, many hours of effort to establish that all human beings have an opportunity to take to Bhakti Yoga. In Jaiva Dharma, Bhaktivinoda gives 2 chapters in the discussions with Muslims and with Devi about the unique position of Brahmanas and about the unique position of Vaishnavism. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta also in 1912, Gopa alluded to it, where there was a conference of Brahmanas. And Srila Saraswati spoke the glories of the Brahmanas, but then he spoke the glories of Vaishnavas. So a Vaishnava is separate from all of the divisions of Varna and Ashrama, and one who is a human being is eligible to take to Bhakti. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati spent much energy establishing this fact. He also brought others who are Guru Varga in the future to push forward in the future in 1935 when he wanted again that who will go next to the West. He had said, Hridai Bhan Maharaj, who will go next? So he said, in looking in the entire room, that whoever goes next, looking at our Srila Prabhupada, he will be successful. So he prophesied that this Krishna consciousness would be spread throughout the entire world. We owe an unlimited debt because he established the birthplace of Srila Bhakti, Srila Bhakti, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Navadvip Dham. And he established that he brought Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj's Samadhi, and he also established Radhakund and Shamakund there. So in this way, establishing a base for the future that Gaudiya Vaishnavas could come to Sri Navadvip Dham. So on this day, we are eternally grateful to him, and I will stop here and offer my such done pranams.
Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai. And we also have one more speaker, very senior speaker. She wrote one essay on Shri Prabhupada and she was reading to me. So, dear speaker, she wrote one essay on Shri Prabhupada. Please come here, the mic. Stand here, stand here.
Once upon a time, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhagavati Devi gave birth to a son named Bimala Prasad. Bimala Prasad had 2 marks on his body. His parents said he was a very special boy. Some people said Bimala Prasad had neck marks. Later that year, Marathi Acha was said, and Marathi Acha and Baladev first thanks the Raja and vowed for Jagannath. So on Marathi Acha, all the men and women stretched to fall Subhaja and Baladev. Who kept pouring the cars until the people noticed that Jagannath was still in the very back. So all the people went back and tried to pull Jagannath, but the cart wouldn't bite. So the people got some other people to push in the back. But the cart didn't move, so the people got horses to pull, but still the cart didn't move. Now the people got giant elephants, but even the elephants couldn't move it, so people got Srila Bhaktivinoda son, Bimala Prasad. Bhaktivinoda Thakur put Bimala Prasad at Jagannath's feet. Jagannath's garland fell on the neck of Bimala Prasad. Then Jagannath started to read. Do you know why Jagannath didn't know? It is because Jagannath wanted to see Bimala Prasad. Do you know why Jagannath has really big eyes? Because he wants to see his devotees. This is how nice Bimala Prasad is passed down the line. Srila Bimala Prasad ki jai.
She said everything, nothing to say more. Okay. So, as we all heard from respected speakers, I'm going to add some few points in glorification of Srila Prabhupada. As we heard from lotus lips of our Srila Gurudev, from Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and from My Guru Maharaj, Shri Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna. You said this is the best mic. Hare Krishna. Shukdev Goswami spoke Srimad Bhagavad Katha to 88,000 audience without microphone. How was that possible? Shabd Brahm. Transcendental vibration. For that we don't need this. And because I'm conditioned and fallen, we need this. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kori Swaparsha Swadham Saha Avatari Atyant Durlabh Prem Kori Varidan Shikhao Sharnagati Bhakater Aparad. The divine couple Shri Shri Radha Krishna and when they both come together manifested as Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the combined form of Radha and Krishna, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very generous, and who came to this world after a long time, one day of Brahma, to give something special, which was not given from long time. Anarpitam charim chirad, karunyavati nakalo. He comes every one day of Brahmaji. But why he has to come again and again? Because the glories of Radharani, the prem of Radharani, Radhika prem vibhu jar badi te nahi thai, tathapi se khane khane bade sadai. Chaitanya Chaitamrit, Kaviraj Goswami saying, Radhika prem vibhu. There is no limit of Radharani prem. Every moment the prem is enhancing. That's why Krishna wants to glorify Radharani. And that's why Krishna has to come as Sachinandan Gaur Hari every single day of Brahma to glorify Radharani. Yeah. But Mahaprabhu comes not alone. Swaparsha Swadham Sahavatari. He comes with his dham, Shri Navdeep Mayapur Dham, and with his avatar, with his associates. As Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful and compassionate, similarly his associates and his dham is also very compassionate. Gaur Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Varayate. The personification of Gaur Shakti, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the potency of Mahaprabhu. If Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur would have not come in this planet, the whole universe would have been bereft of hearing the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaur Naam, Gaur Dham, and Gaur Kam. The names of Gaur Hari, the pastimes of Shri Gaur Hari, and the compassion of Shri Gaur Hari would have been bereft. People would have been bereft of this. It is Srila Bhakti Thakur who took this responsibility or this seva. But how he took this? Not with any condition. This is unconditional love. Okay? Unconditional love. That's what Srila Bhakti Thakur is writing. Tomar sevaye dukh hai jata, sai to param sukha. Oh Prabhu, in your service, whatever troubles comes on my head, just a matter of joy, because you are the center of that service. Why I'm saying this? This is some introduction. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is also one of the contribution of Srila Bhakti Thakur. This Bhakti Vinod Dhara, as Prabhu just said, invoking Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in this planet to propagate the message of Rup Raghunath, the message of Srila Bhakti Thakur, the message of entire Guru Parampara, and the Manobhishta of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For that, a very divine personality, or you can say, most intimate associate of Radharani was needed. Ordinary person could have not done this. So, Nayan Mani Manjari. Nayan Mani. Nayan means eyes of Radharani. The pupil of the eye of Radharani, personification is Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But Srila Bhakti Thakur brought him. If we go through the glories of Srila Bhakti Thakur, unparalleled. The books, the songs itself is the whole Shastras, all Vedas, Puranas, everything. The whole body of philosophy is in the books of Srila Bhakti Thakur, in the songs of Srila Bhakti Thakur. So humble, polite, reconciling everything. Start from very scratch and goes to the extreme, Radha Dasyam. That's his style. So Gaur Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Varayate. Srila Bhakti Thakur took this responsibility. And for that, he presented to this world Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Saraswati Vishnupriya Krishna Bhakti Jarhiya Vinod Sai to Vaibhav. Srila Bhakti Thakur used to say, Saraswati Vishnupriya Krishna Bhakti Jarhiya. Saraswati means Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, very dear to Krishna. Vishnu means Sarvyapnoti Ti Vishnu. Krishna who is present everywhere. Krishna Bhakti Jarhiya, who has no other purpose and only one purpose is Krishna Bhakti. Vinod Sai Vaibhav. That's the Bhakti Thakur boldly saying, Bimla Prasad is my opulence. And similarly, Srila Prabhupada took legacy of Srila Bhakti Thakur and took this responsibility to preach everywhere. But Pran Ache Jahar Se Hetu Prachar. One who has pran, life here, can only live and can give life to others. Life comes from life. No, that's the theory we heard. Srila Swami Maharaj ji said, Life comes from life. How the entire world is today chanting and dancing without any discrimination, because life is invested by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada in the other lives of his prominent associates who also descend from Shri Golok Vrindavan Dham, his companions, his associates, and they further give life to the entire world. Without them, we can't live. But Sambandha Abhideha Prayojan, relationship, the practice, and the goal. How to achieve this? Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, by his personal conduct, by practicing and then preaching. By practicing and preaching. Therefore, many people were not able to digest his philosophy, which was not his philosophy, which was the philosophy of established by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, new terms introduced by Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, because the entire country, India, was going through the influence of some, what do you call, bogus people on the name of religion. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, Prithvi te dharma name joto katha chale, bhagavad kahe paripurna chale. On the planet Earth, on the name of religion, all those beliefs and religions which is very prominent, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, is only deceitful propensity, cheating propensity. Dharma projit kaitav atro parmo nirmasaranam satam. With this formula from Srimad Bhagavatam. Vedyam vastav atra vastu shivadam tapatrayana mulanam. Shivadam tapatrayana mulanam, which invokes all auspiciousness and can deliver one from three tapas, threefold miseries: Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik, Adhyatmik. So dharma projita kaitav. Srimad Bhagavatam destroy all other kind of beliefs which are not in line, which is not pure bhakti. In simple words, I'm saying. Srila Prabhupada said, Prithvi te dharma name joto katha chale. The name of religion, whatever is going on, Srila Prabhupada never tolerated any nonsense. How one can achieve such or reach such high domain of pure bhakti, where pure love exists. There is no impurity in that. There is no condition in that. It's unconditional love. In regard to that, while practicing Krishna consciousness as sadhakas, practitioners, many times and all the time, we go through some problems. And instead of further continuing, we give up the most important aspect of our human life, that is bhakti. We give up that. Why? Because we are trying to practice Krishna consciousness with this assumption that I will always get blissful and happy moment in my life. It's true. Yes or yes. But that means right in the beginning, I'm imposing a condition in my relationship with Krishna. Imposition of condition right in the beginning. That means a condition is being imposed by me in that love with Krishna. Whereas this prem, this love is unconditional. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu The 8th verse of Shikshashtakam. Ashlishya va padaratam pinashtumam mama darshnahat va karotu va yatha tatha va vidhatu lampato mad pranathastu eva napara. If we focus on that, if we understand that, there is Mahaprabhu establishing unconditional. If you give me a darshan, or if you're rude not giving me darshan, I'm not going to explanation of that verse, but we understand the meaning. That is unconditional love. But if I in the beginning, right in the beginning, imposing that condition, only if you give me happiness, then I will worship you. And if you're giving me troubles and problems, then bye. Then condition is implied. And if condition is implied there, then where is unconditional love? Where is my practicing, following pure bhakti? Prahlad Maharaj never gone through condition. Oh, Narsingh Dev, so much problems is coming. Oh, please, I can't, in this birth, I will not serve you. Or you please take care of my problems. He never said this. Pandavas never said this. Draupadi never said this. Kunti Devi instead asked calamities and problems. Srila Prabhupada taught this in his instruction. My Guru Maharaj, he wrote this, Of Love and Separation, this book, wonderful book. You read this heart-melting book. His memories and his, not only memories, but his emotions for Srila Prabhupada. Gave his life to Srila Prabhupada, and he's crying and weeping. He's saying, I'm not able to surrender you and serve you throughout my life. My life is useless. Guru Maharaj is writing, who gave his life and soul at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. And his only object of worship was Srila Prabhupada. So, Prithvi te dharma name joto katha chale. Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, all these religions are cheating propensity. They are not aligned with Srimad Bhagavatam. They are not aligned with Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srila Prabhupada came to establish Bhagavad Dharma. What is Bhagavad Dharma? Yevan upaya prokta upaya hi atmalabdhe vidhi agya pumsam vidhi Bhagavatam histam. Srimad Bhagavatam. What the Lord has said from his lotus lips to follow, that is Bhagavad Dharma. Anyone who is following Bhagavad Dharma, what are the positive results? Shutino patito dhyat adrito vanumodita saddepunati sadharmo de vishdropihi. Anyone who hears about Bhagavad Dharma, who speaks about Bhagavad Dharma, remember about Bhagavad Dharma, serve those who following Bhagavad Dharma. Anyone if not doing any of this, just giving respect to those who are following Bhagavad Dharma. Sadde punati sadharmo. Immediately one get so powerful that the entire world and all demigods get against that person, cannot harm him. This is Bhagavad Dharma. This is what Srila Prabhupada want to establish. But today's Discipline Day, in his last days, he left this planet 1936, or we can say 1st January 1937, 5:30 in the morning, 5:30 a.m. 1st January 1937. The last week of his leaving this planet, Srila Prabhupada used to lament a lot. Even though 64 centers been established, but what I wanted to give, people were not able to receive that. Atishay mand bhagya amar ki Srila Bharti Goswami Maharaj told, Guru Maharaj used to say, my Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, that Prabhupada did like this. Atishay Mand Nath Bhagya Amar. What is the meaning? Atishay Mand Nath. Oh my Nath, oh my Lord. I'm very bad. I'm ill fortunate. I'm bad fortunate. I'm no fortune. Bad luck. I'm not able to worship you the way I'm supposed to. Atishay Mandanath Bhagya Amar. Atishay Mandanath Bhagya. He did like this, lamenting. Because no compromise with any deviation. Not a single compromise with any deviation. Very strict, to the point, not speaking anything else besides Krishna Katha. Each and every step, just Krishna Katha. Midnight, Srila Prabhupada was chanting. He heard someone was cutting grass because there was cows. He heard the machine, manual machine cutting grass. Srila Prabhupada just asked, "Hey, who is there?" And one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada replied, "Ami, me." Srila Prabhupada said, "Do you know the meaning of me? Who are you actually? Are you body or you soul?" And Hari Katha started till Mangal Aarti. Every time Krishna Katha, no deviation, cannot tolerate any deviation. Whereas Srila Bhakti Thakur, when he used to speak Hari Katha, very polite, reconciling everything, not speaking very harsh. And that's why I was getting good audience. Because in Hari Katha, even though he's speaking the philosophy, the moods of Rup Raghunath Vani, even though, but in very sweet words. But because he was magistrate, he had to go for some official work for 3-4 days, and he told Srila Prabhupada, "Continue Hari Katha, and I will take over when I come back after 3-4 days." Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur got this opportunity to speak Hari Katha in the absence of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And very first day when he spoke, he was not speaking like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He spoke harsh, like a sword. Tato dusangam usijyat satsu sajjet buddhiman sant eva chindanti monovyasavan uktavi. Sadhus carrying sword in their, not in their hands, in their mouth. We can't tolerate the words. It's so harsh and just pinched our heart. But who really want to get pinched? If I don't want to get, then it doesn't matter. But if I'm serious, it really hurts me of hearing the words, because I want to become the recipient of that. I want to become, that's also very essential, to want to become the recipient of that mercy. If I don't want to become recipient of the mercy, then no matter if someone shouts or Gurudev slaps or whatever happens, I don't care. So, Sant eva chindanti manovyaksavan uktabi. Srila Prabhupada was speaking so strong. What is Bhagavad Dharma? What is Sahajaism? Prakrit Sahajya. Srila Prabhupada said, actually, we are Sahajas. Sahajya means following the foot. Sahajya means, who are Sahajas? The Ragatmik Jan. Ishte Swarski Ragam Param Vish Tad Bhaved. Tanmaya Bhaved Bhakti Sa Raganugam Ragatmik Uchate. Those inhabitants of Golok Vrindavan, they are Sahajiyas. They have Sahaj means spontaneous. Sahaj means spontaneous love with Krishna. There is no condition in that love, and it is not developed love. It is spontaneous, natural love. And Ragatmika Anusmritya Sacha Raghunuga Uchyate. Following the footsteps of those Sahajiyas actually is called Raganuga Bhakti. Following the footsteps of Sahajiyas. But they are Prakrit Sahajiyas who are not qualified but showing off we are qualified. So they do all other nonsense activities and also trying to, Prabhuji was saying everything so nicely said, trying to exhibit this bhavs, char ana bhav. With 4 annas, 4 penny, exhibiting bhav. So when Srila Prabhupada was so harsh, speaking the same philosophy as Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, but with different mood. Then the very first day, 50% audience left. Second day, another 25% left. Third day, only 5% left. 5% was remained. When Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur came, he saw only 3% sitting there. So where is my audience? He said, I was just repeating your words. I was not saying something different. That was his style, because cannot tolerate any deviation in the practicing of Vani of Rup Raghunath. He introduced the definition of the meaning Maun Vrata. What is Maun Vrata? The vow of silence. There are many people who follow this vow of silence. They don't speak for 1 month or 6 months. Srila Prabhupada said, this is not actually the vow of silence. Maun Vrata is one who 24 hours speaking Krishna Katha. That's actually the vow of silence. It's easy to just be quiet and not speak for 1 month. Although it's hard, but still it's easy. And it's simple to be difficult, it's difficult to be simple. But what is more difficult part is speak 24 hours, Krishna Katha. Chant 24 hours, Krishna Naam. No, that I can't do. Then your vow of silence is not proper. It's material. Okay. Srila Gurudev and our entire Guru Parampara, they are following the vow of silence. That's why even in their sickness pastime, if anyone is interrupting them, please don't speak much Hari Katha. Doctor told not to speak so much. Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Gosai Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Dev Madhav Gosai Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, everyone get disturbed. Srila Bhakti Hridaya Bandh Gosai Maharaj said, we are Saraswati Putras. We are the son of Saraswati. Saraswati means Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. There is one Saraswati, Para Saraswati, there is Apara Saraswati. Okay. Material knowledge and transcendental knowledge. Srila Prabhupada never ever spoke any material, tolerated any material relationship or knowledge. Therefore, Maun Vrata. Srila Gurudev is following Maun Vrata, actual Maun Vrata. And we sing in the morning in Guru Ashtakam. Shri Radhika Madhavera Rapara Madhurya Leela Guna Rupanama Pratikshana Swadana Lolupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvinda. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvinda. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvinda. That's vow silence. Maun Vrata. Srila Prabhupada also introduced the difference between Falgu Vairagya, Markat Vairagya, and Yukta Vairagya. Vairagya means renunciation. They're having a party there. They also need some entertainment. We are having Hari Katha here. They are having their own Hari Katha there. Yeah. Because Markat Vairagya means monkey-like renunciation. Monkey, oh, so much enjoyment all the time, sense enjoy. But showing off what? I don't need anything. Markat Vairagya. And there is Falgu Vairagya. Falgu is a river. In that river, undercurrent is different and overcurrent is different. Externally posing sadhu, but inside, I was discussing with Shravan Prabhu yesterday in the car. Sadhu is, there's a statement. Sadhu is not who is in the assembly. Sadhu is what he's doing in his privately in his room. That term means sadhu. In assembly, I can pose myself, I'm very good. I'm very humble, yes, Prabhu. And I can have big tilak and everything nice, sober. Sadhu is not when one is count in the assembly. Sadhu is what one is doing in his room when no one is looking at him. So, Markat Vairagya, Falgu Vairagya. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada introduced Yukta Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya means Nirbandh Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagyam Chauchate. Accepting everything in the service of Krishna. But I can take advantage of this and I can apply for my sense enjoyment. This words of Srila Prabhupada. Oh, I have, just example, I have iPhone 6, but I need iPhone 12 Pro because I will engage in service of Krishna. This is again Falgu Vairagya. Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada preached Yukta Vairagya. Anything Yukta. To add in the service of Krishna. Yukta Vairagya. But Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, once upon a time, he was invited by a king. It was an open invitation to all the scholars because many renowned personalities, they came there to have presentation, to present in the conference. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada also came there. And king equally give good hosting to everyone. But all scholars complained to the king, why you invited him? King said, I cannot be partial. It's an open invitation. I cannot say this person can come, this cannot come. Cannot be partial. Who's qualified to hear Bhagavad Katha? Only learned people? Only Gyanis? No, even inquisitives. Jigyasu can also come. Even a ghost can also come. You can't stop Dhundakari. You can't come in Hari Katha. And Bhagavad Katha was meant for Dhundakari actually. On the pretext of Dhundakari, everyone got benefited. So, They all became upset. They said, okay, then we all quit. We are leaving. King said, please don't do this. That will be an insult. They all said, we will speak or he will speak, because we don't want him to speak. They all knew when Srila Prabhupada will start speaking, they can't speak further. Then king was in dilemma what to do. In the very first day, king didn't give him any opportunity to speak Harikatha. Srila Prabhupada, very sad, he came in his room, didn't eat anything. The personal servant of the king was supplying prasadam to each and every scholar in their respective rooms. Srila Prabhupada didn't accept a single grain from that prasad. And the plate went inside the kitchen. I mean, he took the plate back in the kitchen. Next day, assembly, Srila Prabhupada was not given any chance to speak. He became sad. Third day, no chance. He became sad. 3 days, Srila Prabhupada didn't eat anything. Then the servant, the king, he came and very politely he asked, why are you not eating anything? I'm bringing prasadam so many times in the room. All other, they're eating so nicely, rich food. Why are you not eating? Srila Prabhupada said, I'm here to give something. But I'm not given any opportunity to give something, then I'm not qualified to accept anything. I'm not qualified to accept anything unless I give something. So how can I eat? The servant, he approached the king and said, I have no right to say anything, but please allow me to speak something to you. King said, yes, what do you want to say? I'm serving everyone, but I must tell you, this personality is so pure. All others, when I go in their room, they're just joking, laughing, and not seeing anyone chanting or reading any scripture. They're just having fun. And they're eating. They're demanding so much, we need this, because they want to take advantage, because you are king. They are hosted in a palace. This personality, not accepting any single thing. And he's so sad. All the time when I go in his room, he's chanting and chanting and chanting and chanting. And this is what he said, I'm here to give. They're not accepting anything from me, then I will also not accept anything. And he's fasting from 3 days. Then the last day, king, he has to give this opportunity. Then he gave this chance to Srila Prabhupada to speak, and with a condition, only 5 minutes. He was only given 5 minutes to speak. Prabhupada felt sad. All getting hours and hours to speak, because they are speakers. What kind of speakers? Platform speakers. Speaking very good, but what they are doing in the room? Nothing. Platform speakers. But Srila Prabhupada is Vakta. Vakta sarago nirago duit parikirtita. Sarago lolupkami tad uktam hidena sansprishya. There are 2 kinds of speakers. Sarago, nirago. One who speaks as a platform speaker only knows how to speak good, but don't practice. The other speaker is one who practice and take a humble position for the service of satisfying the senses of the Lord, speaks. Tad uktam. Those who are platform speaker, their speech or their words don't touch the heart. And there is no transformation, only information, no transformation. But one who is practicing His information gives transformation. Srila Prabhupada was only given 5 minutes to speak. Even though sad in his heart, but at least he thought, okay, I given it some chance. Srila Prabhupada said, Brahman Brahmite Kaun Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Beach. He uttered this verse. After wandering in this universe, million and million and billion entire lifetime, one get a rare opportunity, lucky person, to get the rare opportunity to come across, by the mercy of Krishna, a bona fide spiritual master. And he's about to speak, describing this. Everyone said, okay, enough, your time is done. Srila Prabhupada disheartened, disappointed. He came in his room, he packed his stuff, he wanted to leave. The servant, the king brought prasadam, and Prabhupada took a tulsi leaf from there. Said, I'm so sorry, I cannot stay here. And he left, because I'm here to give them. What give? I'm here to give them actual meaning of Bhagavad Dharma. Actual meaning of Bhagavad. Not any delusions. Because we are trying to touch that very pure domain where only love exists and only purity exists. That was the preaching of Srila Prabhupada. But just Mahaprabhu, nature, patram apatram, patra vicharam na kurute nacha param vikshate. Deyam vikarshnam nahi nave kal pratiksham Prabhu. Saddo ye shavaniksham pranamam dhyanadi durlabam. Datte bhakti ratam saiva gaur param vikatim. Without any consideration, one is qualified and one is who is not qualified. Mahaprabhu give equally prem. Uttam adham kichu na bachilo. Was given to Uttam, those who are pure, and even to Adham, those who are fallen. Shri Nityan Prabhu, he gave his blessings to Uttam. Raghunath Das Goswami is Uttam. By the mercy of Shri Nityan Prabhu, Raghunath Das Goswami got mercy and came to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then Shri Sarup Damodar Goswami, then Rup Raghunath at the bank of Radhakund. Rup and Sanatan, and he did bhajan at the bank of Radhakund by the mercy of Nityan Prabhu. Shri Narottam Thakur, Uttam, but by the mercy of Shri Nityanand Prabhu. Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Uttam, but by the mercy of Nityanand Prabhu. So Uttam and then Adham, Jagai Madai. Everyone got the mercy of Shri Nityanand Prabhu. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Those associates, eternal associates of Srila Prabhupada, they are Uttam. They came with him. As Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj used to say. When Srila Prabhupada chanted 100 billion holy names, then Panch Tattva appeared in front of him. Panch Tattva appeared in Srila Prabhupada. And Mahaprabhu said, I didn't send you for this. Because Prabhupada was chanting like 300,000, means 22 hours a day. And only eating Havishyan. Boiled khichdi without salt, without ghee, without spice, nothing, just boiled and like a cow. Like a cow means not on a plate, on the floor. And not with hands. Going down like this. And while eating, if you come up, you can't go again down to eat. One time a day. So strongly Srila Prabhupada got into bhajan in separation from his Guru Varga, from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, from Babaji Maharaj, because they all left. And Prabhupada in feeling pangs of separation, and he started this yajna. But any yajna of a personality like Srila Prabhupada is beneficial for the entire universe. Sri Rupa Goswami Pad, so-called rejection of Jiva Goswami is beneficial for the entire universe. Rupa Goswami told Jiva Goswami, you go. You can't tolerate. Yeah? If you know the context what I'm saying. And Jiva Goswami, sitting in the cave, he wrote Shat Sandarbhas. These personalities, the 6 Sandarbhas written by Jiva Goswami. So, in their pastime of acceptance and rejection, everything is compassion. The blessings of Naraji on someone's head like Dhruv and Prahlad is blessing, and the cursing of Nalkuber Manigriv is also blessing, because everything is divine there. Patra apatra vicharam na kurute, nata param vikshate. One is qualified, one is not qualified, no consideration. So all those eternal associates of Srila Prabhupada, they are uttam. But there were many others who also got shelter of Srila Prabhupada. 64 centers established by him. But what was the statement of Srila Prabhupada? I never ever took a single penny from anyone in this world. Then how you establish 64 centers? Contradictory. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is saying, I never ever accepted a single penny from anyone in this world. Whereas he established 64 centers. How? What is the meaning of acceptance? I didn't accept it. I gave them opportunity. Expanded the services. I gave this opportunity. I didn't accept it. I gave them. I didn't accept it from them. I gave them. I always gave. Sorry. I didn't accept anything from them. So we can't use this word Yukta Vairagya, a jewel by Srila Prabhupada, and can apply with us. Taking advantage of this. Whereas Srila Prabhupada is not even accepting anything from that, the comfort, the luxuries of that king. He could have taken advantage of this, but no. Because he's saying my purpose is giving, not accepting. Sadhu is there to give, not to accept. Srila Prabhupada established Devi Varnashram Dharma. Devi Varnashram Dharma means, and because of this, I'll come to this point later, because of this, many became enemy to Srila Prabhupada. Because they're not getting any adoration, they're not getting any money, and they're losing their disciples. Because they're not following proper Bhagavad Dharma. They're not following proper principles of Bhagavad. And that's why in the Parikrama in Navdeep Dham, there was a plot, there was a plan to kill him. Throwing stones, soda bottles, etc. on him. Police came on the scene and asked Srila Prabhupada, did anyone try to kill you? Srila Prabhupada said no. And everyone was surprised. It came in the front page in the newspaper everywhere. Param Gurudev Shri Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj filed a court case against those people. When Srila Prabhupada heard this, he said, no, immediately take the case back. No, Prabhupada, they wanted to kill you. Prabhupada said, no. They did good advertisement for me. It came in all newspapers, this incident, and they saved so much of my money. So one who served me, how I can take revenge? They actually served me in one sense. Broad vision. And what came in the newspaper? Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj said, still Nityanand is present. That was the heading. Nityanand is still present on this planet. As Sri Nityan Prabhu was been hit by Jagai and Madai on his forehead, but Nityan Prabhu asked forgiveness to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on their behalf and delivered Jagai and Madai. So the title was, still Nityanand is present on this planet. That was the personality of Srila Prabhupada. Very subtle vision. If he's seeing anyone in the mud, in the center, Srila Prabhupada used to call. Let's say one example. Krishnadas, one name, Brahmachari Krishnadas. Where is Krishnadas? Where is Krishnadas? Where is Krishnadas? So Srila Prabhupada, he's just in the mud. No, I don't see him here. And this Brahmachari is famous for never leave the premises of the center. He never leaves. He always stay in the premises. Srila Prabhupada said, no, he don't stay in the center. He always out of the center. Why? He's physically here, but his mind always dwells outside, wanders outside. So he's not in the center. Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada sent him in the capital of India, Delhi, center established by Srila Prabhupada to look, to do collection and take care of the center. And from after Mangala Aarti till evening Aarti, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj going here and there and preaching and collecting donations for running the center and for book printing, etc. Devotees complained to Srila Prabhupada. Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj only chanting 4 rounds a day, and you ordered everyone to chant 64 rounds a day. He's only chanting 4 rounds. Prabhupada said, that's your vision. He's chanting 4 rounds. I see him chanting 24 hours. That's my vision. I'm seeing him, he's chanting 24 hours a day. Not only 4 rounds, more than 64 rounds. Someone who is not staying in the center and just going out for, let's say, grocery, marketing, etc., collection, donation, Prabhupada said, he is always in the center. Because he's centered, his focus, his meditation is for the center. So he is centered. Whereas one who is in center, he's not centered. He's outside, outsider. While constructing the temple, the labor, they were applying thick cement on the brick walls. Srila Prabhupada told the disciple, no thick cement, just one simple layer of cement. Let it be weak, not strong. And they said, why, Srila Prabhupada? We always heard the center, the wall should be very strong. My mission of establishing center is to worship Naam Prabhu. My mission of establishing center is to publish books. And in future, if I get any scarcity of money, I'll just take out the bricks from the wall and sell in the market to publish my books. Yeah. That was his vision and his words. So Devi Varnashram Dharma. He got so many enemies, but he didn't care. So what is that? The son of Brahman will be Brahman. The son of Kshatriya will be Kshatriya. This is called 4 Varnas and 4 Ashram. The Prabhupada said no. One who develops the quality of Brahmin is called Brahmin. One who's Brahmin but not following the qualities of Brahmin cannot be termed as Brahmin. And it's not just he's saying like that. His evidences from Bhagavatam. Devuti, Mother Devuti said to Kapil Bhagwan, "Oh, but shapacha ato griyan ya jivagre vartate nam tubhyam." A dog eater, one who eats dog, gives up his eating. Dog eater. He gives up eating dog and he starts chanting the holy name of the Lord. Tapas. He has performed all tapasya, he has performed all austerities, everything is done. Ya jivagre vartate nam tubhyam. Who is chanting the names of the Lord. He comes on the platform of Brahmin. A dog eater, a Shudra can be Brahmin. But a Brahmin who is not following the Brahminical qualities, not practicing, is Shudra. And because in those days, many Brahmins were diluted, they were not following those qualities of Brahmins, not clean, etc. Srila Prabhupada said they are not Brahmins. Against all these Jati, Gosais and all, and Srila Prabhupada got from them, hard time from them. But he never ever compromised with any of this deviations. Strict to his principles. Srila Prabhupada's life history, almost like Sri Narottam Thakur. Kaviraj Narottam Sakhya Padam. Paranamami Sada Prabhu Pad Padam. Just like Narottam Thakur, his life history very strange. In the sense, he already got prema in the beginning, in his childhood, and then he's running and begging for initiation. Sri Narottam Thakur, what is the purpose of getting initiation? The mantras from spiritual master? Oh, by practicing this mantra, mantrayati mantra, and by chanting Harinam, by getting this samskar done, this purification done, one gets prema in one lifetime. But Janma koti kare yadi shravan kirtan tathapu na paye Krishna prema dhan. If anyone following this shravan and kirtan for life and life and life and life and lifetime, one cannot get Krishna prema. Why? That shravan and kirtan, that practice is without taking shelter of spiritual master. Ashra loya bhaje tate Krishna nahi tyaje aar sab mare akaran. है ना भजन है ना आशय लोया भजे ताते कृष्ण नहीं त्याजे आर सबे मरे आकाराना. One was taken shelter. Krishna never reject that person. And all other, they just die without any purpose. So, acceptance of spiritual master. And what is the goal? To attain prem. Narottam Thakur already got prem in his childhood. What was the need to come to Vrindavan to learn from Jiva Goswami all the scriptures and then begging and struggling for getting initiation from Sri Loknath Goswami? Why? Purpose. Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also like Narottam Thakur. Divine personality, Srila Prabhupada. Oh, so expert in astrology. The head of the department, astrological department, head of the department, he kept his seat empty for Srila Prabhupada to sit on it because seeing his calculations, he starts sweating. He offered his seat. Prabhupada said, I'm not here in this world to count stars. and the movements of planets. No, I'm not here for this purpose. My purpose is different. But he said, I will keep this seat vacant for you. Anytime you want to come, I will not sit here. Such was the personality. He learned Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, all Shastras. But when he saw Shri Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, a divine personality, his Guru Maharaj, where the streets of Navdeep Dham, tears from his eyes, he just walking in the streets of Navdeep Dham and crying, Kothai go Premamai, Radhe Radhe. Tomar Kangal Tomar Dake, Radhe Radhe. Dekha diya Pran Rakho, Radhe Radhe. छप्पन दंड रात्रि दिने जाने ना राधा गोविंद बिने चारि दंड सुई थाके सपने ना राधा गोविंद देखे राधे राधे. Shri Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj crying and weeping, tears flowing from his eyes. He's not even looking here and there. Who's there to look to see me? That was the first vision of, there was a biography of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Saraswati Jayashree, which was printed in the presence of Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada saw this and approved this. The facts there, Srila Prabhupada approved those facts. He said, that was my first vision of my Guru Maharaj. Very first vision, and just that very first vision, I accepted him. He is my spiritual master. Very first vision of seeing him crying, Vipra Lamba Rasam Bode Padam Bhujayate Namah. In that separation mood. Never ever saw this before. Attracted the personality like Srila Prabhupada. And Babaji Maharaj, from material perspective, illiterate. He don't know even how to write his name. And Srila Prabhupada got attracted by him. And then he approached Shri Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj. Babaji Maharaj rejected him. You're not qualified. Prabhupada said, oh, Bangla, in Bengali said, Dhakka lege chhe. I got shocked. Anyone who can say this to me, there is something special in Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj. And then Babaji Maharaj said, I will ask Mahaprabhu. That shows he's in proximity with Mahaprabhu. He speaks to him. Next day, Srila Prabhupada approached him. Babaji Maharaj said, oh, I forgot to ask him. Every time rejecting him. But on the point of Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur approached Babaji Maharaj, then Srila Prabhupada got initiation. And like Kaviraj Goswami, in Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, showing the heights of humility. Personality like Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who showered the entire world with 3 showers. We getting rain every day. 3 important showers. Chaitanya Charitamrita, the nectar shower of pastime of Mahaprabhu. Shri Govind Lilamrita, the nectarine shower of the pastimes of Radha Krishna. And the commentaries of Krishna Karunamrita. 3 showers. But he's presenting his identity by saying, Jagai madai haite mui se papisht, puri se kit hai se mui se lagisht, mor naam sune jai tar pap hai, mor naam le jai tar punya khai, eman nirghan more keba kripa kore, ek nityan bina jagat bhitari. Say, I'm more sinful than Jagai and Madai, and I'm more lowly than a worm in a stool. Whoever utters my name, all his pious deeds go in vain, and who will hear my name, he occurs sinful reactions. I'm so lowly and degraded. And on the Vyasa Puja, very first Vyasa Puja of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, when he was given hundreds of garlands, and so many flowers at his lotus feet. His first Vyas Puja, Srila Prabhupada was in tears. And when he was given mic to speak, he spoke the same words. I'm more sinful than Jagai and Madai, and I'm more lowly than a worm in a stool. Srila Prabhupada said, if my Guru Varga like Kaviraj Goswami can say this, who am I to receive all this worship and flowers and garlands and gifts from my Vipad Udhar Bandhu? He used to address his disciples with this terminology. As Prabhuji was saying, they are not my disciples. Vipad Udhar Bandhu. Vipad Udhar Bandhu means my well-wisher who are there to help me in the time of difficulties. They all are my well-wishers because of their presence, I am getting this opportunity to speak Harikatha. They are utilizing my time in the service of Krishna. That's why they are my gurus. They are my well-wishers. This is how we used to address them. So, Devi Varnashram Dharma. As Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Paritajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarpapebhyo Mokshami Mashucha. Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glani Bhavati Bharata. I come to establish dharma. But in the last he said, give up dharma. Prabhu, you are confusing us. First you said you come to establish dharma, and in the last you're saying give up dharma. Which dharma to give up? Varnashram dharma. That's detrimental to bhakti. No need to do dharma and not need to do adharma. Na dharma, na adharma. Shutiga nirikta kilkuru. Don't follow pious deeds, don't follow sinful deeds. What to do then? Braje Radha Krishna Prachur Paricharjam Hitanu. Only focus on serving Radha Krishna. Only focus on serving them, the divine couple. No dharma and no adharma. No pious, no sinful. Both are unfavorable. There's an obstruction. Therefore, just by following the duties of Varnashram Dharma, Krishna said, give up. No sin will come to you. Ma Shucha, don't fear. I'm here to take this. I'm responsible for everything. Give up. And Srila Rupa Goswami Pad in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, in support of this, he took evidences from Bhagavatam. Agya evam gunan dosham mai drishnapi sakan dharma santajyeva sarma bhajate sacha sattam. Who is a pure devotee? 11th canto Bhagavatam, spoken by Yogendras, no Yogendras. No, Krishna is saying this. Agya evam gunan dosham mai drishnapi sakan, 11th canto. Anyone who deliberating of what I said, and giving up even my instructions, which are meant to, which I said for following Varnashram Dharma, giving up that and only worshipping, only focusing on Bhagavad Dharma, that devotee is pure devotee. Sacha Sattam. Seeing the faults and the good in what I said, rejecting that. Prabhu, how can I reject your words? Yes, you have to do, because sometimes I say some words for the people in journal, but some words are meant for my devotees. Karma yoga is there, bhakti yoga is there, jnana yoga is there. So, agya evam gunana dosham vai drishyanapi sata. Dharma santajya sarma bhakta. Second verse. Third, Swapad mulo bhajato priyasya takto anya bhavasya hari pareshah. विकर्मो यदि कथंचित धनोति सर्वम हृदि स्वानुस्थितः स्वपाद मूलो भजते प्रियस्य. 11th canto. Anyone worshipping the lotus feet of Krishna, one pointed worshipping the lotus feet of Krishna, but accidentally some mishappening happened, ill behavior happened, but because he's one pointed worshipping me, I will clear up this. Vikarmo yadi kathanchit, accidentally yadi vikarma happened, I will sit in the heart and I will clean that. Don't worry for that. But point is, Supad Molo Bhajate Priyasya Takto Anya Bhavasya Hari Parishaha. One who's given up the duties of Varnashram Dharma, giving up that and only following one pointed devotion unto me. Ananya Bhakti. This is what Krishna is saying. First canto Bhagavatam. Narad explained to Vedvyaji. Tvaktva sadharanam charanam bhajam hare bhajano apakko yadi yatra kavva bhadra bhut vishe kim kovat dharma subhajata. One who has given up the duties of varnashram dharma and only focus on serving me. If he dies without getting perfection or he falls down, no harm. But anyone who is only engaged in following varnashram dharma, the duties of varnashram dharma, and not focusing on serving me, will not achieve anything. So there is so much profit in following this one-pointed devotion. This is Devi Varnashram Dharma. What Srila Prabhupada is speaking is backed by philosophy. Backed by philosophy. Evidenced by Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why people, those who are so-called scholars, they get blown up by hearing Srila Prabhupada's speech. Because it's not something but his idea is saying what the idea of Srimad Bhagavatam. And everyone accept the authority of Srimad Bhagavatam. Every single word with reference. And similarly, his disciples. All his disciples. Whatever they're saying with the reference. There is no point. And in those days, preaching, when Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada disciples go out for preaching, they always used to carry books, big books, in the bullock cart for preaching. Because audience was so smart, audience can ask this question, where is written what you said? And they have the reference book right next to them, ready to show them. See, this is the answer. My Guru Maharaj, even the age of 101, when devotees coming asking question, and he said, "No, my memory is gone now. I'm too old, 101 years." But your answer, take that third row, the book from the third row, fourth shelf, third row, the second book, open the page 45, and third paragraph, second line is the answer for your question. But I'm losing my memory. He knows the page number, he knows the paragraph, he knows the line, everything he knows. That's why I told. When kids are learning shlokas, they should learn with a reference. Because if they learn now, they will forever they will learn this. They cannot forget that. So, 7:45. Sorry for taking so much time. The glories of Srila Prabhupada, and very soon the disappearance of our Srila Gurudev, Srimad Bhaktivedanta, Narayan Goswami Maharaj, falling on 7th January. We're going to observe that. There will be a couple of classes. I'm here for a few days. So every evening will be some program. And I will ask some devotees to also contribute speaking something, and then I will also speak something. And I'm here not to speak, but I'm here to hear and share what I heard from my Shiksha Gurudevs and my Diksha Gurudev. It's nothing mine. I've not said anything with my own understanding. Just repeated the words of my Guru Vargas. So thank you so much for in this whole year of isolation and drought, seeing devotees. I traveled US for some months, but only here in Hawaii I'm seeing a number of devotees here. Sample 70 devotees here. Can't even imagine. Even in India, it's not possible, and it's happening here in Big Island. Actually, lava is flowing. Srila Prabhupada brought this lava. Bhakti-Vinod Dhara is like a lava. Yeah. So thank you so much for all of you coming, and please bless me and be compassionate to come every evening, and we can hear more and more kirtan, and very great singers are here. I want to hear from Gaur Sundar Prabhu also and other devotees, Lalita Devi and all. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki, Yadya Tiro Bhav Tithi Mahavasav ki, Srila Gurudev ki, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.